Let's get it cracking. Want to give us a little I don't know, little music number like last time? Maybe some of those sound effects, Bells, or was
I,
it Leroy that was doing them?
Bowser's.
Both of us. Leroy had the one you liked though.
I thought it was pretty charming how they kind of came in and out.
No, but I just was coming up with the song right now.
You have a song?
I'm working on it.
How does it go? Give us a little taste.
I'm trying to find it real quick.
This is some of that dead air we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, but we haven't started it yet.
No, I'm just saying. Do you really have some kind of song that's not like ripped off from somewhere?
Hold on, bro. Let me see. Bro, I don't know where it went.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
We did it live.
We'll do it live.
Hold on, let's see.
Do you have it?
I guess not.
You don't have it. All right, fuck it. Let's go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. The Loafs Podcast, take 2. I'm Kryptonian Bane. I'm here with some of the best in the business. My man, Dark Lord Bowsy, a.k.a. Bowser, just Bowser. Leroy
What up?
5.
That boy Reload 5.
That boy, Leroy 5. How you feeling today, bro?
Feeling good, feeling good. Allergies got me, but you know what I'm saying? This podcast got me hyped up.
Riding
Oh,
high
it's
on the
gonna be a
Astros or
long fucking day.
what? It might be a long day. But we have a special guest today. I don't even know if there's a proper way to introduce what we would say the most decorated Loafs member of all time. I don't know. We might need to update that, a little fact check. I don't know if he's still up there, but we got the big red machine in the house today.
Some people compare him to Jose Altuve of the Astros in terms of greatness.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Hello,
Got,
gentlemen.
welcome, brother.
Salutations and evening, boys.
He is the special guest of this second podcast, and we are happy to have him. How you doing, Josh? How was your Saturday?
Hello there.
It was pretty good, man. Little U of H UT game today. Cougs almost pulled off the upset.
What was the final
Uh,
score?
Got to hang with my boy Leo. 31-24. Had a chance at the end there to tie it up, and kind of got screwed over by the refs on the third down spot, and then QB didn't make a great pass on fourth down. So it is what it is. We hung in there with number 8 team in the country, and happy
Yeah,
with the outcome.
they've been pretty
at
damn
least.
good this year. They've been pretty good. Did Manning get some playtime today or no?
Absolutely not. Ewers got hurt in the fourth after a big hit, and Malik Murphy came in.
Damn, he's
I
not
think
even the
that
backup.
tells everybody that. Yeah, I think that tells everybody Arch Manning's going to get redshirted for sure.
He can still get redshirted this far in.
Yeah, you can play up to 4 games and then still get redshirted. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, interesting.
Yeah, they changed
All
that
right,
rule a couple
boys.
years ago.
So Leroy's got the itinerary ready to rock, so we could get started on. What do we have today, Leroy? What's on the agenda, my man?
Let's see. The usual suspects. We got the Los. We're going to talk about a little bit the Los semifinals. Also the Los finals, which was the first for us to have the back-to-back games. Also,
playoffs.
Playoffs.
yes, sir, the playoffs, and then we can get into a little off-season action with the Los League. Maybe touch on NW3, and then whatever else we can fit in if time
Nice.
allows us. So let's start off with the Los semifinal, boys. What do y'all think? What y'all think? 4 teams at once? Is that a first? I think that is.
Are you mean at the same time?
At the same time, I mean
Pretty
they're
much. Who started first? Was it Lozo that went first?
I believe it was Lozo.
There
Then
was,
it was.
well, they're all separated by like 30 minutes.
I think the biggest separation was reps came in an hour, or like 45 minutes late, an
Oh,
hour
that's
late.
right. There was that little.
Download times.
Hey, some say that was a strategy, bro. Somebody said that was the strat. Throw
You
Drizzle
never,
Gang off.
The move.
you never know.
Um. So what was it? So we got Los Bookies and replicas.
But I
What
would
was
say
the what was the what was
the
the
most
highlight
unique
there?
thing. Well, not even the highlight. The most unique thing was the fact that these semifinals were played on the Haunting.
Oh, that's right.
It
It's not the
wasn't
first
just
time in Los history that that's happened,
not the
but
first time, but I don't think that I think the first time in history they didn't even compete. It was a co-championship or something. Was that correct? Or fact check that.
Incorrect.
Let me get that fact
It's
check.
definitely incorrect.
there's definitely a difference of opinion on that. But that was a long time ago. But yeah,
So
so
I mean, but
what was
since
that,
we're
season
bringing up
2?
old shit, I mean, Romeo forfeited to my team.
you heard it here first, boys, on the Los podcast.
I don't know first, but yeah, we've heard that.
Whoa, whoa!
But
Don't be
so
talking down about my captain like that, bro.
that was season 2 or 3? 2,
Season
right?
2.
Two.
So we actually didn't have any competition in the Haunting that time, or whatever the hell the event was called, the Dark Halloween mode. Nobody actually played in it, right?
Yeah.
It was just the finals that got set up in there, and then
Yep.
Yeah.
You know
they
what?
shook hands and went their separate ways.
And with that, the first question I want to hear from is Dark Lord Bowser, since he actually played in it. Did you think that the haunting affected your gameplay or the team's gameplay and the overall gameplay of all teams? Get your personal opinion on that.
It was definitely different.
What did you have to focus on? You would think more, or you think it was more strategy as far as getting placements? I mean, how did you see it?
How did I see? I see it as honestly stupid. We all played on opening night of the haunting, so you're playing with the sweats, and then you're playing with people that only want to do the challenge. So the
Challenges.
lobbies are just dying out quick. Then some people get lucky and are in the right spots. Figured out that the map only ends out in three spots. So there's that. And then some of us not so lucky.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff going on in that Haunting.
I think it's one of the more. It's probably one of the better hauntings that Warzone has put out. To be honest,
There's definitely a lot going on. The little bit that we played, kind of like for fun, there's some alien shit going on. There's some zombie stuff. There's some kind of tidal wave thing going on. There's all kinds of shit going on.
Other than the way that teams were playing, I would say this that it actually wasn't that bad when you played it. As far as like how dark it was, I would have thought it would have been a little bit harder to see people, but that could be. I mean, it could be different with other parts of the map. I didn't get to see everything.
Yeah, Bowser was saying that he actually like tried to make an adjustment with the brightness of his screen, which is actually a pretty smart idea. But then I guess figured it was better if he went darker. Is that right?
Yeah, like I told you before, the I've been playing on brightness of like 70 since the game dropped. Had no issue, but once the dark was on, like I couldn't see anything. I'm like, and that's supposed to be whatever. So I changed it to 47, and I can see everything. Crazy.
I would not have thought that that's.
Did anybody use any thermal scopes or anything? Was that like a big, or how did that?
Well, shit, Reese was rocking that thing. Was it last season or was that
I
beginning
saw.
of this
I did.
season? He had that
I
like
could say
weird
this.
scope. Probably would have come in handy that night.
I did see B Star with the thermal, so that's the only reason why I asked.
I don't know.
And you,
Bowser, how are you
well,
feeling about all that? I mean, it was you guys ran into to a crazy score that night. I mean, they to give some shine some light on it. Drizzle Gang ended up with a damn nuke contract at the end of the night. We've never had that happen before. So they had 5 wins during a league match, which is just we've always talked about that being a possibility, but a rarity.
Yeah.
Man, I don't. There was no way they were losing that night. It's like everything was going their way. I felt nobody was beating them that night.
I wrote down some numbers, and this is correct. It should be correct, but this is actually pretty crazy right here. But so Dark Lord Bowser, as Drizzlegate ended up with 185 kills, um, 87,000 damage, and Crimson Empire had 139 kills with 94,000 damage.
We had
Jesus.
Almost
184 kills.
95,000 almost.
Yeah, they had. Is that
You're right.
crazy?
We had 184 kills.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. 184 kills. Yeah, my bad.
So they're only
184
One
kills.
less.
they're only separated by one kill.
One less, but with
How much?
7,000 more damage.
What was the placement difference?
Like almost 8,000 more damage.
Yeah, this is the crazy part though. Drizzlegate had 189 placement points, and Crimson Empire had 47.
Man,
That is
that's
that's
damning, bro.
drastic.
There ain't no coming back from that, bro. That's
No.
shit.
You
And now
take
they're
away
and now they're set up with a new contract.
you take away placement points, and Crimson Empire wins this with ease.
Yeah, I mean, we played our normal game. It's like I said, some teams figured out where final circles were ending sooner than others, and
Yeah.
it is what it is. People got lucky.
That's crazy. Did your team get any? Did y'all know if any of the teams got any practice beforehand? Any teams were running practices that day?
Yeah, did you
I
guys run
wasn't
any?
able to play.
Oh, Crimson did.
Did you say you did play or you didn't play?
I mean, I had half an hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's not enough time to figure out those.
Practice.
The only thing I
Yeah.
would say, and like we said this before, I think last time was we knew this was coming, and the fact that there was little to no, availability for practice, it made it an even match. At least like it kind of makes me think of like the Hunger Games, where they don't really know what the hell they're going into. They just know, hey, we're about to go battle. So they had an idea of like, yeah, it's gonna be dark or it's gonna be different, but unless you got up to play early, like at noon that day, to really come up with a strategy or something, it looked like you guys kind of figured something out towards the end, but it was just little too late for the maybe the alien strategy or whatever that you guys ended up getting a big dub in.
Well, I mean, I'll go ahead and say that I sent my team a TikTok about that UFO before we played, and I said this is probably a viable strategy. But T2 didn't want to do that.
You say
Is
T2, you're
what
talking
it
about
is.
Reese.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, folks. Can we get that clarification one more time? You said you're T2.
So what you're saying is the T2, not the team captain, balked at the team captain for wanting to do the strategy that the team captain
It's not the
It
first
sounds
time.
it sounds like if they would have followed
wanted
your
to do.
strategy, it sounds like you would have followed your strategy. We would have had more placement points.
I mean, to be fair to Reese though, he was probably so
Well-
high from I don't know doing coke off a stripper's ass in GTA just before the match. Who knows where his mind was for the semifinals?
It is what
Well,
it
in
in
is.
GTA
But I
or
can't
Yeah.
or
say
real
the
life.
one game we followed the UFO strat, we won. So
I'm just gonna say this, man. Teams when you get to this high of a level towards the semifinals and finals, they're not gonna win by playing individually. So we'll leave it at that, and let's move on to the let's
we'll move
move
on
on
to
to
the
reps
other
and Los
side
Bookies.
where Los Bookies and Replicas played. Really close match came down to the final game. Actually, we had a little premature celebration from Lozo using his infamous his gif that he always posts, like when he that little chase chick. gif where he just kind of like mischievous, like excited. I think that backfired on him by putting that
Is
in
that
there.
like a premature champagne shower?
Some would say that. That's a
Is
good
that almost?
reference.
Are you saying that
Shout out to the
they,
DNA.
they got the reps pumped up because of that?
I don't know, dude. I have such a hard time reading them. They're probably the most even keel team. Like whether they're winning or balling or losing or what, you really can't tell. Like they
It's
just
like they
kind
got
of keep the.
It's like they got four field Matons on the team.
I guess.
I
But
wouldn't say that.
Omar doesn't know who that is, by the way.
is that a baseball reference?
One of the most important.
He's an Astro.
What's his name? Never mind. Doesn't
Phil Maton. Exactly. I knew that was coming.
matter.
why
so
don't you throw the numbers out there?
it was
Kryptonian?
390 to 358 with the last game really being a factor where replicas had a they knew they I think I want to say they needed 10 points going into the last game, and Lozo pretty much knew it was over after they dropped and got like 2 or 3 kills off the rip. They were almost there without even getting to gulag. They needed a team wipe almost immediately to have a shot at that, because 10 points, it comes quick. We all know that. Just with the damage alone and then a gulag trip for everybody, you're almost there. So, but I mean, Chris touched on this a lot last week. The Bookies were just, I mean, they were super lucky all season. We dropped all of their information last week on they were the luckiest team, and damn it,
On
they almost caught the luck again, even in the
on numbers
semifinals.
alone, technically they should have even made it to the playoffs.
They had 128 kills. They were 40 or 30 less than replicas and 50 less than the other two teams. So they were outclassed in my opinion. Like they really didn't belong there, even though Lozo, and Verk have strong history and they're great players. But
Chemistry, too.
they just slid through the whole freaking season. Like where they
Easy
were the
peasy,
luckiest team,
lemon
right?
squeezy.
If not one or two. They were one or two, like as far as like the luckiest schedule. When they played bad, the team they played worse, and replicas almost did that again. So I mean, they didn't deserve to be in the finals, so they're gone. They'll be back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
overall wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad of a semifinals. Like I said, the four teams playing at the same time was a nice touch. Plenty of viewers. I know I caught myself going in and out of the matches. A couple of people in the watch
Oh yeah.
party. I mean,
Maybe we should
overall was
maybe we
good.
maybe we should touch on the loafs on loafs action that night. There was a lot.
There were some. I heard Hayes wiped the whole Loafs team.
Was it Hayes that
I,
took out the whole empire? Bowser, is that
I
true?
believe it. I believe it was. I talked to Zach. Zach said that he got wiped by somebody else. So
Oh
Hayes
my
took out
god! It's
three.
bringing up Zach. I think we should give him a moment to enjoy or relive that 45 kills that he had. That was the second best on the team that night. I
Second
mean,
best.
what do we think about Zach now? I mean, Zach really came in a couple seasons ago as definitely a low man, and then is this kid for real? Like, has he really improved that much that he's
Play
like a
some
viable
LSPs with them
killer?
and find out.
I think that. What was that?
So play
Bowser
some
said too,
OSTs with them. Find out.
I think that
or is it just
Zach.
Bowser's magic that's
I,
keeping him afloat?
Bowser has some magic. Bowser can mold players and mold um, individuals. Give them the confidence they need. It's
Yeah,
the problem he has is if somebody doesn't listen, doesn't want that advice, and
that doesn't commit to the team.
doesn't come to the
Bowser's
team.
a great captain and teammate. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I think it's
I would
really well documented that guys will at least play to their best ability when they're with Chris. At
I would
least
say this.
history shows that some of most of the guys that have played with Chris had their best seasons either with Chris or they took a lot from it and became something else.
I would say this. I think Zach loves the league. First of all, I mean, the dude he spent money on a new rig
Yeah, he's
just to
not
get
going
that
anywhere.
edge. Just that, I think he cut down on his NASCAR racing
Here comes another left
for the
turn.
league.
Hold on, let's back it up a little bit. Did Bowser just say he's not going anywhere? Was
What
that
is
a?
that? Is
From the league.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant he wasn't leaving the squad, like, because I know that would definitely be
you
an
heard it here
interesting
first,
drop.
boys?
Yeah, that would be a big
Yeah, that definitely would
reveal
be.
right now. Are you saying that Zach might be on the Empire next season?
No, he's not.
Damn, that was
I
short
don't
lived.
know.
Sorry, Zach. Welcome to the free agency pool.
He's already been told. Cam's already been told. We're Gucci.
So Cam is officially being kept already.
Officially.
Wow, congratulations to Doom. I mean, yeah, what are you looking at in that decision, if you don't mind peeling back the curtain on the Zach versus Doom? Because I mean, Zach's a T4, but I mean, sometimes he outkilled Cam.
Yeah,
Is it just a
absolutely.
vibe, more of a vibe thing?
At this point where I'm at, I can't have overly verbal teammates in the Discord.
I see.
Just mentally, I can't do it anymore. So I'm gonna be just drafting nice and quiet people and going from there.
Hey, sometimes that's what it takes, man. So let's go ahead and move on, boys.
All right, yeah.
Let's get to now we're at the finals. So I mentioned earlier the semifinals. Plenty of teams, plenty of people in the watch party, plenty of people switching between Twitches. Um, what happened
I
here?
couldn't believe how many viewers we had.
Tell us
I don't
about it.
know, bro.
Tell us about it, Big Red. What are you talking about?
Look, look man, it's Thursday night. What goes on Thursdays?
Loves
Everything.
Day.
Football, right?
I
You
didn't think you were
also
gonna
got
say that.
Astros on
One of the most
same
important
time.
games.
There's one other really important thing you're
It's
leaving out.
just
What makes
what would
Loaf's
that
Day
be,
Loaf's
Omar?
Day?
Oh, Thursday night bowling.
Exactly. So
Loaf's
historically, the championship is
bowling.
hosted by
Thursday
us.
nights.
It's been at Bowser's house the
Yes.
last 3 or 4
Uh,
seasons.
Me,
Multiple
Big
guys show
Red.
up.
Oh,
There's food.
sometimes
Yep.
There's definitely a
Chris
pregame
vibe.
show that sets the tone. The energy is there. There's
100%. The
I'm
vibes are
definitely saying
vibing.
at least 10 to 15 other members that are just spectating. They're also in the chat, in the Discord chat. So
I mean, the
you
last one we
really,
did, Koopa was even fondled.
that's right. Shout out to Lozo. That was a little too far, if I remember.
Little bestiality ish.
Yeah, a little bestiality in the loaves.
I want to say that was the last season of Caldera, and then Loza went last place after that.
You're right. And then it went
Shout
cold.
out to last place. Let's make sure we get
Yeah.
that in there.
So, what was the reason? What was the thinking behind this? Let's play on Thursday, the day after we just played the semifinals. Was it just let's get it over with, or was there other forces
Man.
outside these players' abilities to reschedule at a better time?
It was a long ass season. We all know this. There were so many hurdles, so many things that came up, and I think at this point everybody was ready for it to kind of be over. But I think when the discussion came to set a time, just too many schedules were all over the place. I think Hayes had to go on vacation. Nav is always flying somewhere, so it was just like, hey, we're here. I'm sure also that this probably played a role in it. Drizzle was so hot off of the semifinals. They were probably ready to play the championship that same night, right after they played the semis.
Yeah.
So they were probably like, let's get this in immediately. There was a little pushback. We did discuss this as the admin staff, and as much as we tried to not do it on Thursday because of all those reasons that Josh pointed out, we still have to kind of give them their space and let them, dictate their championship because Hayes's and Rep's championship. So we left it in the hands of some guys we thought were capable of handling it. Shout out to Cody for the award show. Womp, womp, womp.
So what? How many viewers? I mean, did that translate to?
I clocked in a couple times to check out what was going on and listen to Cody's stream and the play-by-play with him and Trey and a couple other guys. And every time I logged in, I was the fourth viewer.
I know that
so,
we
before
had
I got in
we
there was three.
we must have been within like our bowling night had just started. Maybe we're within like the second or third frame. Leroy has set up the stream, and damn, if we didn't miss that award show, I know we got it. We started it before it was announced it's starting. It was like, hey, they're getting ready to go. There was the little like preemptive starting soon graphic across, and damn, maybe each one of us bowled once or something, and the show was over. I don't know if it just moved really fast or
I
maybe
don't even think we started bowling yet.
It had to be at like 6:45, 7. We're usually somewhat through the first game, aren't we? I was thinking the same thing. Like, damn, it almost felt like we didn't start yet. But
But I mean,
I don't want to shit on Cody.
I want to
Thanks to
make sure
Cody for doing it.
I want to make sure we put this. Cody produces pretty good streams. He did have very little time, so
I almost think that it was
let's
probably
say that.
not on him as much as like the energy wasn't there for him to like feed off of.
No vibes.
There was no vibes, and probably the biggest thing is the fucking Astros. Like they're in the damn.
I think everybody was
ALCS.
vibing on the Astros.
Yes, huge
And-
game. I mean,
A huge part of our league is Houstonian, so that was probably the biggest thing. What was the shitty football game on? Was it the Jags?
Actually, it was pretty.
It turned out to be a good
Jags and
game, but
Saints.
Turned out to be a good
but
game.
it was on this when you looked at the schedule like
Jags and Saints.
so.
You know,
Yeah, I
Trevor
mean you're
Lawrence
right.
friggin'
I probably sounded like I was a
playing
little
last
too
minute.
harsh on Cody, but we definitely
Trevor Lawrence
appreciate
playing
him
last
and all
minute.
the stuff he does. I mean he runs the draft so well. We'll just chalk this one
Definitely
up to
not Cody's
bad,
fault.
Yeah.
I mean, he is an ugly rat bastard, but
you heard
not his
it.
fault.
You heard it here first on the podcast, boys. What was that? Ugly rat bastards. You heard it here first.
La Rata.
And he also plays like smelly dog shit.
Smelly. Smelly dog shit.
All right, let's move on. So we're in the
Hold on, first-
championship.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead,
let's
go ahead.
No. I was gonna say before. Yeah, let's
right.
read out the
So-
stats from that.
So this was also close. It was really hard to follow. There was another thing that happened that probably wouldn't have happened had it's historically we put up the scores as they go, and we were having a hard time because we were at bowling and the Astros, and we couldn't really follow the match until we were looking at it. We were kind of seeing the scores, but we weren't seeing any breakdown of it. And it's too damn loud in there. I think the biggest turning point when me and Chris, I looked over and he had said, Rep had won a second game in a row, a back to back, and that it was like, okay, maybe they put some space in between them and Drizzle Gang. And let's just say Drizzle Gang did not continue their streak from the semifinals. I mean, what a turnaround from 5 wins, a day and a half before this to they got one win, right? Yeah, I think they got
sure.
one win. They got one win, but I mean, definitely not the
68
same night.
placement points. So
Which while we were talking about Lozo's good luck all season running out, Bowser's bad luck because they were like the team that caught all the bad luck throughout the season as far as teams balling out. It went the other way. So Drizzle Gang they didn't have it that night. That's what it looked like. It looked like they didn't have it, and Rep and Savage, Nav, and Zero, they just they kept trucking. They did the same thing they've been doing pretty much all season, and they came away with it. Rep definitely had a good night. Put up 68 kills. More than 15
I was
more than
playing some
anybody
pubs the other day with one of the veterans of the Los League, Howie.
Oh, Howie.
And him and I were talking about replicas, and I said, they were very underrated all season long. And he was like, "Oh no, they scored in the low 300s almost every week."
Mhm.
And I said, "No, go back and look." And so he started looking at their weeks, and they were over 400 multiple times. They had one really good week where they were like almost 470. And once he saw the scores, he was like, "Oh, you know what? You're right. They I guess they were underrated." So them making it to the finals was not as big
Yeah.
of a shock to me as maybe some others.
And definitely, they were a wild card, so they really they took the long route to make it all
Yeah.
the way to the final. Shout out to them. But Leroy, how does it feel being you? I mean, you guys beat them, right? In the
Yeah,
regular season, you guys kind of beat the hell out of those guys.
we
Is that is
did.
that is that like a little consolation prize? Like, hey, you guys beat the champs.
It's almost like we're the champions. I mean, that's what it basically kind of is like. You know what I'm saying?
I like the way that sounds, man.
It's
Shout out to the Thunder Buddies for
Thunder Buddies are the champions.
champions. Let's go, baby.
You heard it here first. You heard it
So
here
does that
first on
mean
the talk.
Down
Rod
here,
is the runners up
salt is
since
a way of
Grizzly
life.
Gang knocked us out of the wild card? I'm
Yeah.
kind of liking where this is going. I know you got one season one champ on one team and one season one champ on the other team.
Let's go.
Shout out to the Donut
See-
Destroyers.
The
Yes, sir.
Donut Destroyers. Jesus.
They're like the
Christ.
Packers they're like
greatest-
the Packers in the first
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
That's right.
We're gonna name the championship. We're gonna name it after Reloy 5 for basically
Bowser's
Lombardi.
Gonna-
That's
also
what
the
we're
last
saying,
time,
right? Leroy Lombardi.
I
That's
think
what
that
we're saying.
season was also the last time Texas Renegade was actually good at the game.
Leroy Lombardi. Let's
God,
do
dude.
it. Hey, I
Rest-
think
rest in
Bowser's
peace,
a little
Renegade.
quiet. I don't think he's digging this Thunder Buddy champions for the season.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I think we definitely need to have like some kind of sound effect for anytime somebody references the Texas Renegade Texan.
I agree.
Because
I agree.
damn it, bro, what happened to this guy?
A fall from grace.
That's a
Thick ass boy. I make like little jokes at him like about it, and bro, he doesn't even respond, bro.
He doesn't.
He
care,
just
bro.
takes it like, yeah,
does not
I
care.
don't play games anymore. Like, dude, that's so sad, bro. I hope I never get like that. I hope I play until I physically can't.
The only time I'll stop
He
playing
just
is when
hangs out.
Alzheimer's got a hold of me.
Yeah.
He just hangs out at home and then comes and eats papas and stuffs himself and waddles out.
Waddles out. He's just a dad now. Like, he's a
Waddles.
full-on dad. Shout out to Renegade Texan.
He really
Rest in
never
peace.
had a competitive.
Nothing wrong
bone
with
in
that
him.
though.
Okay, well, congratulations to Replicas and the Thunder Buddies for co-champions this season. What's next on the list, Leroy?
Well, moving on to actually, this is probably turn up whatever device you're listening to, earbuds, because this is what they're gonna want to hear. Let's talk about the off season, boys. The
Man,
off season. Can I get a pumped up soundboard or something? Anybody got anything?
Turn me up.
Bowser, you got something
Anything?
for that? Maybe
There you go.
Damn, son.
All right,
it's
was a lot.
it's definitely what
we're working on the soundboard.
the most exciting. Can we say the most exciting off season so far?
Yeah.
As
Well,
far
let-
as
One thing I want to bring up, starting off season.
I don't know.
is-
Last season's off season was pretty exciting with the OST.
yeah, I think the big thing right now is just Modern Warfare 3 is just it's bringing back what we all loved from the original as far
Bringing
as
back
movement
memories.
and maps, and I haven't been this excited about multiplayer in damn forever, and it's like at the same time it's like damn they're just old maps, but I'm like excited to play that.
Are you saying multiplayer league?
Hey, I hope we have some multiplayer events. Trey and Cody get on that.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Hey, speaking of, he still hasn't released this week's event, has he?
No, he has not.
Someone tag Trey and get his ass on top of his shit. I'm in the mood for a Sunday night tourney. So, I mean, what should we really discuss as far as, I mean, some of this stuff, like, I mean, I guess we're creating the hype, or we're piggybacking off the hype going into this off season, but like some of the details of the off season, we still haven't had our like, moderator meeting and all that stuff to really discuss what kind of changes are on the horizon.
I can
But,
tell you this: I think the rumor mill going around in the Los League, and all of any, we have tens of thousands of fans that are watching the Los League. So I think a lot of them are talking about the length of the season. They feel like this one was a little bit longer than
the
normal.
length of the season.
Yeah.
I think that one's something we Bowser. You're pretty confident we're moving back to 6, right? We're all in agreement. Back to 6 weeks.
Like I said before, I've got the spreadsheet at 6 weeks.
Bowser, the man of the spread. You know what we're calling Bowser spreadsheets? Bowser. That's what that's all I
Cheeks or
got. That's all I got.
spreadsheets?
What?
Spread cheeks or spread sheets?
Bowser spread cheeks. Nice.
Spread cheeks, get ready. Oh man, that's a good. The spread cheeks.
So that's definitely something we're looking forward to. Like I say a smaller season, but it's like that doesn't mean less entertaining or less.
If anything, it's more intense.
Yeah, it's more intense. It's kind of like
It definitely is more intense.
it's like a football season. You know, they added a game and it kind of just waters stuff down. It's not more like, oh yeah, more league matches. It's just like, oh, you know, each one's a little bit less special than.
The 8 weeks, while it's good for teams that maybe have a bad week or two in a row or whatever, and you're not completely out of the playoffs, so you can still, claw your way back in. It just drags on, and then you got, Warzone throwing in wrenches with their playlists and screwing things up with the playlists and taking out quads or adding whatever stupid game modes they like to add.
It didn't do us no
Drags
favors,
on
that's for sure.
8 weeks.
An 8-week season felt like about 16 weeks. Like it really felt long. It really. And just imagine how long it felt.
Someone would say
if you
maybe
were,
like a 162 game baseball season.
Oh man.
Omar's favorite.
Oh man, you're preaching to the choir right now. I bet that's how it felt for Jesus and Green Machine. Cause damn,
Oh,
that was a long 8-week season for those guys that were eliminated in week 6. Those are good players
week
too.
6
Like
or earlier.
who,
Oh yeah,
what-
Jesus is a monster.
bro, they got
Greeny's great, too.
three monsters: Jesus, Greeny, and Juvie. Those 3 guys are gonna enter the
yeah.
free agent pool, and it's gonna be these first teams that get selected are just gonna be loaded. I'm very excited to see where these guys go.
Jesus was talking to me last night. He doesn't think you're going to let him do it.
What?
He thinks you're going to make them go back to being captains again.
So if we kept the same exact formula or format that we did last time, let's just say we have the same amount, which we might not. We might have more. We might have less. But if we took the same exact format, if we had 14 teams, right now we have 8 returning, correct? Or is it 10? We have 10 captains have reserved their spot, right? We don't know if all 10 are coming back.
2 of them have already said they're not going to go into the captain pool, though.
Right. So I'm just hypothetically, like we have 14 spots to fill. We should have had 10 spots. The 10 captains that made playoffs were able to reserve their spot. We've already had a couple say no. So where it's going to come into play is if we don't have enough that step up to want to be captains, then we're going to be in the same boat that we were last season as far as like how Lozo came back in, how Trey came back in. So, I mean, Jesus being one of the top killers, he really needs guys to step up or he's going to get thrown in, right? He would be one of the first people to get thrown back in. Him, Joshy, and Romeo have all said they want to be free agents, but if we don't have enough captains, they're getting thrown in. Hopefully that doesn't, change their decision about playing the season.
What's their reasoning for not wanting to be a captain? Because they aren't good at drafting,
I don't know. This is something that has just I don't understand it for we've been doing this for 3 years now, and
I think Romeo's a great captain. I don't understand.
I mean, that's you've probably the closest to that to say
I
that.
played
so
with
you
him
have
a
the
ton.
most, right. I don't get it either. I mean, he seems like good vibes. I would say the only thing that you could probably knock him about is that he is like a full-time streamer, so he's got so many other things going on.
Yeah.
And the
I think
priority
personality also
He
plays
does.
a big.
I will
big
say
thing.
this. I will say this: he doesn't want to practice outside of the night.
Which
Um,
I mean to
he
say
just
he
reserves
doesn't
that
want
time for
to
streaming.
is almost unfair. Like he some of that is reserved with other streamers so that they can prop one another up. Is my
But they play pubs. Yeah.
yeah.
Ultimately, I think it's a
Content,
personality.
that kind of stuff.
Right.
Let me give you a for instance. For instance, we have two captains here, and one captain everybody wants to play for, and another captain it seems like they're reluctant to play for. Why? I mean, why is that? What do you think, Chris?
We don't need to explain it. We all know.
It's self-explanatory. It's one of those.
Hold on, Chris. That was ambiguous. Is that the right word?
If that's
Why
what you want, I mean, I've
why
told you
why do you
before.
say that? Because I was thinking like as he's saying those words, it's like he's calling himself out, right? Because that seems to be the biggest thing we've heard over the past few days. Even like I mean, obviously like this is
I mean,
a hot time
Omar's
to talk
the
about.
captain everybody wants to play with, right?
Not as long as Reloy 5 is there, because that's what I've heard. It's hey, if Reloy's there, I don't want to be. I heard that from Cam. I heard that from Trippy. I heard that from
I think
who
they're.
else?
I
But they
think they're
don't know. They
saying
don't understand what Reloy 5 is about. What Reloy 5 is showing up because this game has brought back 2012 maps. I'm expecting 2012 Reloy 5, and everybody should be on notice with that.
you might get it, bro. There's gonna be a different Reload 5 this next season. I'm not gonna tell.
I believe it. I believe that in my heart. Whether you're on my
I'm not.
team or not, like Reload 5 from 2012 is coming back.
I'm gonna keep
bro.
things. I'm gonna keep things to myself and keep it how it is, and we'll just see.
Yeah, whoever gets Reload 5, bro,
Hey, I'm just
they're
saying
gonna have a hell of a year.
if we're short captains, the old El Capitan from Tiny Meat Game will throw his hat in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Chris,
All right.
you wrong for that. You wrong for that one, Chris.
That wasn't me.
It
Bao-
won't me.
It wasn't you, Bowser?
Nope.
Leroy. Come clean, dog.
All right. So what else we got on here for the off
So,
season?
okay, so far as offseason, we're talking, I'm assuming 12 to 14 captains, maybe 16. It's going to be, I think a lot of people are going to want to be back with how things are shaping up. What else as far as offseason goes?
Well, let's go. What about hey Chris? You have any solid time frames for us on just in general of what to expect or what we should be looking at?
I mean, you got multiplayer dropping, what, like 4 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah, multi dropping
And
4
then you got
weeks.
Warzone dropping 3 or 4 weeks after that.
Yeah, Warzone
What
dropping
are
4
the, is it like November 10th multi drops? And then December 10th, the other one, the Warzone?
December 5th.
December 5th?
Mm-hmm.
God, that's going to be a good time. I'm so excited to grind guns with whoever's ready to do that.
I'll be there.
I mean, we have talked about plenty of events that are coming up. Where, as far as like the Los League is concerned, we're running tournaments on a weekly basis. We are trying to get back to some of those fun events, just to kind of, bring the good vibes and energy that everybody enjoyed. The poker night, the Fall Guys, or maybe a Rocket League night, or something a little bit less,
little changer upper.
little change of pace.
Something that I really want to get brought back,
What's that?
and that's the Kings of Al Mazra, aka Kings of Verdance.
Shout out to the
No.
Kings of Verdance. Here, everybody,
Shout-
everybody, take a drink if you were part of the.
That was one of the most fun events, and I didn't even play in it, but watching it was awesome. It's given us some of the most iconic moments in Los history. Shout out to the TTV killer.
Hey,
That
Frost,
boy
the
Boogie.
TTV
Boogie,
killer, bro.
the-
He got Romeo straight up. I don't care what anybody says. We've seen the clip.
It was 1-on-1.
It was
He
1v1.
put him in the dirt.
Put him in the dirt, and the
Put
rest
'em
is
in the
history.
dirt.
I would say another
That
big
was just
moment
an
from that
awesome
night was
event, though.
my man Cody jumping in the water. He saw Leroy,
Oh,
Bowser, and myself, final circle, 3v1, and my man said, nope, I'd rather swim. I'd rather drown to
That
death
rat.
than let these guys tear me apart. And I think if we could go back in time, he would stand and fight or take
No,
that
this
same
you
No,
route.
you
absolutely
you
not.
you want to know what was
No,
going on in
absolutely
his?
not.
You don't want to know what was going on when that was happening with him.
What was that?
That was going on.
Oh, he was shitting his pants.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're probably right. That was wet.
panic.
So we did look
But
into
I
that.
would love to
Somebody
see the
said
Kings of Masra brought back.
I don't think it's gonna happen just because the format is different. They made it to where you have to have 50 players present to do those custom matches. And I think last time we had 24, or we needed 24, and we got like 30, which was fine. But 50 guys, that would, bro, that's a lot of scheduling.
Yeah, that's a lot of scheduling.
That's like everybody would have to take a day off,
We
and
had 56
whew.
players this season.
Yeah, but I mean,
I mean,
50
but
at
at once.
And
one
there's
small session. I don't know if it's
I mean,
plausible.
talking about scheduling as far as teammates and players. Some people were talking about going back to 3 man, but Warzone's so shake on that those 3 man maps. But I mean, 3 man's a lot easier to schedule around.
I like trios. I've always liked trios. I feel like it's a
Yeah,
sweet spot. I say I always liked it, but like
trios is it's a lot easier.
when we came from Black Ops, and it was 4 man in Black Ops, and it was 3 man in Verdansk, and it was like, this sucks, bro. Like, what is this? Then you got used to it, and it's just, especially for league purposes, it's very smooth. The content is there as far as like the hot teams were able to go seek out kills a little bit easier because it's just less mouths to feed. Um, but the way these the trailers and everything looks, this game coming up, it might have some different movement, but damn if it doesn't look exactly the same as Warzone 2. So I would be extremely shocked if quads is all of a sudden not the most left alone
The go-to.
playlist. Yeah. I think ranked has its place already. I don't think that they would. I hope that they have learned their lesson as far as leaving quads alone. Every time that they mess with playlists, and I'm just surfing on Twitter or whatever, it's one of the most commented things I see. Like, leave squads or leave 4 man teams alone, leave quads alone, leave quads alone. And maybe they've gotten the hint over the last few weeks because the last time they did it, there was a lot of backlash. It was the most I had ever seen. And ever since then, they've left it alone. So hopefully that carries over just for our league purpose, and we don't have to have any pauses that are detrimental to the vibes.
I agree.
Sick of looking at the pauses.
Take a look at what?
Sick of looking at the pauses.
Yeah.
Oh, pauses.
bro.
Yeah,
No more.
there was a lot of them.
So what else? What's something everybody's looking forward to this off season? Bowser, what are you looking forward to the most this specific off season?
I mean, going back and grinding guns is always fun. For me, grinding camos. Uh, having a different mindset going into the new Warzone will be nice.
What do you mean by that?
Back to like even TSA routes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Are you talking about like as far as the construction of your team?
Everything about the team.
Everything about the team?
it's gonna be revamped. He's coming in strong. It sounded like Bowser was in the process of a full build back, tear down, build back up situation right now.
Well, with that being said, and
The
Reese being
name
such
coming
a
back?
say that again.
Does that mean the name coming back?
Wow,
No,
Is
probably
TSA
not.
returning?
No, I told a few people that the name would come back when I was given a jersey logo by Chase for free, and he never made one. So it's
Ugh.
not gonna come back.
Wow.
Shout out to Chase.
Was that tough, or was that back in the old down south days?
Down south.
This was not too long ago,
I mean,
but
Well,
I'm
with
not
you-
worried
with-
about it. I had Crimson Empires here. I got the jerseys are fire. I'm good with it.
Hey, shout out to Tough, Los League sponsor.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
best in the business.
Best in the
Um,
business.
so with while we're talking about that, and Reese being such a I guess like a hot topic, do you feel pretty confident that he's going to branch out on his own and be a captain? It seems like he's been a little on the fence when questioned.
Last we spoke, he's gonna be a captain. He's not gonna be the Ginger Bombers, but
Oh, he's
he
not.
said he's gonna be a captain.
He's not going to be the Ginger Bombers. Okay, I didn't see that coming. I thought that was his team.
I think that was your team name you gave him.
No, that wasn't me. If so, maybe somebody else in the league had said it, and we ran with it because it's got a nice ring to it. No,
I think it's kind of ass, honestly.
really, that's from a ginger. So we'll take your word on it.
Yeah, it's kind of cheeks.
Okay, Leroy, what about you, bro? What are you looking forward to this offseason?
Man, I got to I'm kind of like Ronaldo right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm up there in age, but I'm coming back strong. I've spoken to a couple of people about some goals that I have going on, and let's just say I'm gonna be a freak of nature.
One of the most fucking clueless gamers I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna be.
All right.
I'm gonna be.
Damn, Bowser
a
had that ready
beast.
to rock, bro. One of the
I wish they had the.
shout out to the doc, bro. The doc is fucking goat, bro.
Let's just say, be ready. Be ready for the unexpected.
Shout out to the League of Shadows.
You know what I mean? And
Be
that's
ready
all.
for you.
And that's,
Shout out.
If you play with Omar, you're gonna be dog shit again.
God damn, Chris, what the fuck?
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
What's that
I'm
about?
sorry, bro.
What
It
is that
what it
about,
is.
bro?
It's 2 seasons in a row Leroy's played with you and he's been dog shit.
I
Do,
think that.
do you think that has anything to do with me?
I think
He,
it. No,
he thinks it does.
I think it was.
Leroy,
think
you
the
think
problem-
it's because of me?
I think the problem is
This is a safe space. You can say whatever you want right now.
No,
this
no.
is just
look,
one
I think-
podcaster
one's
to another.
listening
This is
up
not
here.
Kryptonian
It's
Bane,
just,
the
it's just
gamer,
for us.
going
think it's
after
this.
Reloy 5. But I'm as one of the hosts here. I'm
I would say.
curious.
I would say. I would like you to call out where players are coming from directional wise.
Do you feel like the comms are leading to your dog shit play? You could say.
I mean, somewhat.
What you
But
tell
look,
him?
look,
Tell
but
me,
look, let's
Leroy. Come on, spit it
but
out.
let's go like this. Look, I'm just gonna say like this. Bowser's a little sad. Little retaliation. I did say he played like smelly dog shit. For the and, it doesn't help that his T4 out killed him in the semifinals. It's probably why they didn't make it. But we won't dig into any further than that. Other than his T4 outplayed him. But,
Bowser,
let's-
do you have anything you want to
let's
say
go
to
on
that,
the-
bro?
I mean, that's a fact. I mean, that's not. There's no opinionated. There's no opinions there. We can
He out
pull
killed
up the
me.
stats.
Didn't out damage me. That's why we have Spree. If it was ranked, I would have been ranked number 2 that night. Like I am every fucking night.
Also,
Best number 2 in the game.
That's what
So,
they say, bro.
Rick,
That's the rumor on the
Bowser
low
got
street.
there- Bowser got there and Reloy 5 didn't. So
It's true. Like I
The
said,
only time Leroy 5 has been there, he was baiting you and Renegade Texan in fucking shopping mall
yes.
or whatever for kills. Like,
absolutely.
hey,
if
but you
that's
know
what
what?
you need to do to
Superstore,
get your
I
kills,
was
dog,
bait.
go
Hey,
ahead
you
and
know
do
what?
that.
You know what the good thing about that was though, Big Red, is that my leadership as a team captain wasn't questioned, or I wasn't punked by my T2, and we ended up
Shit.
winning that league. That's the two differences there.
Are you saying he
Yeah,
got punked?
They paid us out.
Yeah, I mean I didn't say it. I mean that's what Bowser said. I mean we could, y'all can, whenever y'all listening to this, just go back to the beginning of the podcast and you can hear it yourself. But anyways, like we're kind of going on about this.
Hold on. We still got one more. Josh, what are you looking forward to the most this offseason?
Honestly, playing some OSTs with some different people.
Mm-hmm. Is there anybody on your list specifically that you're looking to play with or potentially find a match?
Um, I'd like to play with Hayes quite a bit. I think he's a pretty good captain. That's a guy who I would like to play with. Um,
That's very bandwagon-esque of you.
no, he just the vibes with him are good. The pubs we played, it's always fun. Feel like he helps his teammates really well. Um, I'm looking forward to actually playing Warzone on a monitor that actually is worth a fuck. Shout
Oh
out to
shit! Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Relay 5.
Go
Yes.
go go on a little bit more detail on that.
You're welcome, bro. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you're getting used to it. And
Yeah,
quick side note. That's how we do it in the Los leagues. Always
Well,
help
when you
each
say
other
that's how
out.
we
yeah,
do
yeah.
it, why don't you say what we did or what happened there?
It was
I'll
Prime
let
Day, and I was buying a new monitor, and I posted in our Discord, you know, hey guys, if anybody's got an extra monitor they're looking to get rid of, I'm about to buy one on Prime Day. But if somebody else has one good that they wouldn't mind letting go, I'll buy it off of them. And Relay 5 said, hey, I got one for you. All you need is a power cord for it. If you want to order a power cord, you can have it. And so I ordered the power cord off Amazon, and the boy dropped it off, and it's been plugged up. I played some games on it, and it's definitely a difference for sure. So looking for an improved gameplay from the
ooh,
Big Red.
let's go, Big Red.
That is one
You
thing
know,
we do like to, I guess, pride ourselves on is the community itself and how something like that, as simple as like, I mean, where else could you go, short from like maybe Facebook, which you would have like almost no success, or social media, maybe like very low chances that something like that would happen, especially that quickly, to get a great
mhm.
monitor and just need to buy a power cord. Like that is one thing about the league that is something we really appreciate everybody being there as just a bunch of good dudes rather than just competitive gamers with money hungry. So shout out to the league and everybody that makes those contributions on almost a monthly basis, whether someone's having a kid or someone's going through rough times or whatever it is. The league has really like came through for one another, and we really love that about the league.
That is true.
So
We're always
I
willing
guess
to
I
help
guess
people.
so. We got Bowser's looking forward to multiplayer and grinding some guns. Leroy's looking forward to being a freak of nature, and Josh is looking forward to playing with Hayes. I guess what I'm looking forward to the most is the hype. God knows I love some hype and theatrics. My man Trippy has already said he's going to be working on a new hype video. That's going to be really exciting. OST, of course. OST is just, it's become its own monster at this point. It's no longer just a scouting report or a place where you could just kind of play. Like, this thing is a monster tournament that basically brings in almost the same damn amount as the league itself. I don't know if we'll see those kind of numbers again. And we're obviously going to structure it a little bit different just to kind of reward the guys that are grinding on a weekly basis, and not just the one team that maybe catches the bot lobbies and puts up a monster score and everybody's chasing it. I mean that will still be a part of the OST, but I do like the idea that we do some kind of like weekly payout, or reward the teams that are balling out on a day-to-day basis, or whatever we come up with. Like, I'm looking forward to OSTs, and I'm really hoping, like, I'm moving back to controller in this little off-season break to see if it's something that's plausible, and shit. I'm optimistic, but
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Aim assist is
I've
it's real, bruh. What do
I've
you
got
say,
a
Josh?
question that goes back to I got a question that goes back to Trippy in the hype video. Are we gonna get a return of Gerard Butler from Wish again in the hype video?
It's funny that you say that, Josh, because
The
to everybody
Romanian.
to everybody else that's uncultured, they always say the Russian. What part about those hype videos, was there ever a Russian? Was that character ever Russian to you, Josh? Did you ever get Russian?
No, never. No.
Definitely Gerard Butler esque, which is what is he Scottish or English or what is he?
Yeah, he's I think
Is he a
he's
Scot?
English or maybe he's Scottish. Yeah, I think he is Scottish.
Either that or yeah, I wouldn't say Irish. I'd say more Scottish.
What about Russian? Did you ever get Russian, Leroy?
I never got Russian. I got.
What-
I would say at the most you could say maybe
He's Scottish.
Romanian.
Yeah, I was thinking that's what I was thinking too.
He's
Like
Scottish,
is that
100%.
like Eastern European? Is that like is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Romanian, like Transylvania,
Well, I think Romanian. Yeah.
Shout out
or
to
like
Google.
homeless, like a homeless guy? He's very homeless esque. Seemed homeless. What about you, Bowser? What
Yeah, shout out
what
to
did you
Google
get?
for that.
Little Russian?
What did you?
What did I get? I just got a bad
Just a bad taste in your mouth?
from you? No.
Well, just like
Saying,
what
it was just like it was a bad. You didn't perform well.
So okay,
That's why
but what?
everybody thought it was Russian.
Why did you take Russian too? Is that what you got from it?
No.
Okay, so I don't know where the Russian thing. I don't know. I honestly don't know if Frost is just kind of dragging it on because he spearheaded the
Hey.
whole Russian thing, but it's
Hey,
clearly
while
not
you're here-
Russian. Like watch a
While you're here,
fucking Bond film
at
or
the-
something, my guy. Like it's
look
not
at the
Russian.
general. Look at the general messages. What I posted. Y'all three. I just typed in Romanian coat, and this is what popped up. It's kind of like it looks similar. It kind of looks like Kryptonian
Is
also.
that a coat?
Yeah, I put Romanian coat. I typed in Romanian coat in
Hey,
Google.
that's spot on, bro. That
It
is
looks-
that,
that looks
that looks fresh. Like if you take the camera and slide it to the left, there's definitely a naked sheep right there.
Romanian. Thank you. Shout out to Google for the Romanian coat pin.
Shout out to the Romanians. Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
attach anybody listening to this podcast. I'm gonna attach it into the chill area. The
Hey,
Los
hey,
links so y'all can get it.
and that's the thumbnail or what? We got the thumbnail.
You got it right there. Put that as a
There's the
thumbnail. Yes,
thumbnail.
please.
Roger that. So what else? I mean that's basically our takes on the off season. What else you got, Leroy? Is there anything else we need to skim over?
I mean, that's pretty much it. I think we covered everything. The only thing I wanted to say is for the dads out there like myself, we bought that Mario Wonder on the Switch, and it is fun. I think you can play up to 4 people. So just FYI.
What would you say it's closest to as far as other Mario?
I would say it's a side scroller like your classic Mario, like the Mario Brothers Wii U, and
Does it feel
would
like Super Nintendo type stuff, or
Yeah,
does
it feels-
feel
yeah.
more like
I would say it feels
something
like
new?
Mario, like Super Mario 3, but even newer than that. You know, like just the animation when you go down pipes and whenever you can be an elephant. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
nice?
I recommend
everybody
y'all
go check that
check it
out
out.
if you got
Yeah,
kids that
check
like
it out.
Mario.
Yeah, go rent it at your local Blockbuster. Wish I could say that, man. That was so good. Like talking to your friends back in the day, and you go rent a video game.
What about the little kiosks? Do they still do games? Redbox?
I'm not
Redbox,
sure.
man, I don't even really see those anymore.
Yeah, they're kind of falling off, huh?
Kroger's always
mean,
has
who-
Redbox.
Who has a DVD player still? Aren't those like cassette players now?
Oh, I got a VHS. player.
I haven't played a DVD or even a Blu-ray in years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is
I mean, when's the
crazy.
last time you
Sometimes.
bought an actual hard copy of a video game?
Well, I would say
It's-
this.
It's been a while,
would
but
s-
I don't know.
Actually, yesterday when I bought the Mario Wonder was the physical on the Switch.
Does Switch do digital releases for the
They
big
do.
games like that? They do.
They do, but you can buy them.
I
But
know
also,
Cal has Super Mario like a digital copy of it.
yeah. I mean, other than that, you got anything, Bowser?
That's is that everything on the list?
I mean, that's
think
what I got
so.
so far. I mean, unless you want to, anybody want to touch base on anything they feel like we missed or something that
Yeah, we're
important
definitely
for
in the
our listeners
the
to
creative part of the podcast
hear.
where we can kind of venture wherever we want. We still
yeah,
got a
yeah,
little
this is
time on the clock.
This is what we call the play it as you go, make it as you go, so to speak.
We've
Or, hold
handled
on.
we've handled our business at least.
Hold on, this is the blew the wind out of my steam part of the podcast.
You just blew
Yeah,
the wind
no, I
out of
got
my
nothing.
steam.
Thanks. You blew the wind out of my steam.
That's Leroy-esque of type. That's the kind of stuff that I should be.
That's a direct quote from Bowser. Whenever we were supposed to do this yesterday, and it kind of fell apart in the planning phase, and he dropped that gem off. That's gonna stick around for a while.
Gonna stick around for a while. That might be the name of the podcast, along
Blew
with
the
the
wind
thumbnail.
out of my steam. Blew the steam out of
Along
my
with
wind.
along
How
with
do
the
you say?
thumbnail. Blew the wind out of my steam.
Blew the wind out of my steam. What about you, Josh? Anything you want to talk about, touch on, league related or
not a-
otherwise?
Off season, I'll be playing a little Madden with our little Madden league we got going on.
Oh
you know,
yeah. Let's talk about that for a second.
No, hold on, real quick. Before that, real quick, I want to put this thought in here. That was also a downturn for the Crimson Empire. The rumor is that somebody was playing GTA and not.
I don't think
practicing.
that's a rumor anymore, bro. That's a fact. I think Reese was.
And that's it. I mean, that's. I just wanted to mention that real quick, but I want to get Big Red what he was gonna his thought in.
just a couple of us started a little Madden league, 6-man league, franchise. Did a whole draft and playing out season 1 right now. It's we're in week 11, I think. It's been a lot of fun so far. Just a little change of pace from Warzone and.
I would say it's pretty relevant because the guys that he's talking about in that league are former Los League guys for the most part. Is it Brandon, Cervenka,
Yeah, you got BJM, Cervenka, Nate,
Brock.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Leo Castillo. He never played in Lopes League, but he's one of the family.
But Leo's in it,
He's
and
a
then
main man.
Baxley is our sixth guy.
Baxley. He never played Lopes League, but he definitely played some
No,
Warzone or Call of Duty with
Yeah,
us
he's a
over the
monster.
years.
He's a monster on Call of Duty. He's never been in the league before.
Yeah, we approached him about
yeah.
being in it, but he's a busy guy or whatever. He didn't feel like competing.
Yeah, we're
so-
almost
so
done with
wh- so
season
where
1. It's
you-
been a lot of fun so far.
Season 1 is in the books almost. What's a
No,
little,
yeah, we're in week
breakdown?
11, so we're gonna.
Who's
we're
the front
getting
runner
close
so
to-
far?
Baxley's 9-1. I'm 7-3 with the Houston Oilers.
Anybody?
Got,
Yes, I saw that you dressed them up as the Oilers. They looked really clean in that stream I was watching. You want to
Yeah,
give a shout out to any outstanding players you got on your squad so far?
Oh yeah. Got old Patty Mahomes leading the league in passing.
Let's go.
He's throwing tons of TDs, but also tons of interceptions. But I got Chris Olave, who's already set the single season NFL record for receiving yards at
Jesus
363
Christ.
yards.
Jesus Christ.
He's already got 19 TDs in week 11, so he's looking at breaking the single season record as well.
You guys are playing on what difficulty? Jesus Christ.
It's like the hardest setting. It's just when we got Patty Mahomes, bro. It's tough
I don't
to
know.
beat.
I've seen more than one clip in the past 2 weeks of Chris Olave kind of quitting on routes and Derek Carr eating his ass up. Have you seen those? Where he just
Yeah,
stops
he did
running
it
and Derek Carr's like,
against-
"What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, at the game last Sunday, I'm in the bullpen cheering on our Texans, getting a big dub against the Saints, and there was a couple times that Olave kind of gave up and Derek Carr got in his ass.
You can't question the talent though. That kid's legit. I like Chris
Oh, yeah,
Olave. I was
yeah.
definitely
You wanna
trying
talk
to
about
get
talent,
him in
though.
our fucking league, in our fantasy football league. Shout out to
How
the
about
DNA
that
again.
boy C.J. Stroud? We definitely drafted the right quarterback. Ain't that right?
Hey, you called it from the beginning, right? You were a big CJ Stroud guy, right?
Yeah, I wanted him over everybody. I like the upside of Richardson, but
I think
It's hard
I
to beat a
like
winner, man.
your take before the season was to get Will Anderson and then try to get Richardson on the turnaround, but that was never going to happen. So
yeah. But then look what we did.
one
Shocked
thing
world
for
and got-
sure that I'm impressed by is CJ Stroud's maturity,
Absolutely.
his inability to throw a damn pick. Like he's just making the right decision at a crazy rate. Like you don't want to call him he's going to be a Hall of Famer kind of guy, but damn, He broke the record, right? He did break the record for most
This kid
attempts.
is
Let's reel it
so
in,
good.
boys.
Real quick, this kid is so good. He throws his first pick last week, and then in the same play, he gets the ball back on a fumble.
Yeah.
He's that good, guys.
Oh, trust me, I know he is.
If he brings the Texans our first championship, I will definitely be eating some crow saying that and it wasn't just him. I just didn't think that this quarterback class, which to the most part we were both kind of right saying that this class wasn't that good because Bryce Young really ain't anything special from the clips I've seen so far, and now Richardson's out for the season. But C.J. Stroud definitely like hearing all the
DJ could be the
since
GOAT.
we're in Houston, we get a lot of the extra rumors and what does he do and the way he carries himself. I like this thing where he does the dinner at his house. He hosts
man,
a
that's
dinner
really
a lot, and
something.
like everybody comes to his house. Whereas like a lot of like they could be eating out at like some fancy steakhouse or
Yep.
whatever. But the fact that he's bringing them, it's more intimate. I think we got somebody that might be one of the you know the leading quarterbacks in the future. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, shout out to the Texans.
Shout out to the Texans.
Hopefully they match
Well,
the
boy.
Astros energy.
Yeah, Astros tomorrow. Let's go with that. I think that's it.
Is that all we got today?
All we got today.
You wanna say anything? Fine, if anybody wants to say anything before Leroy takes us out. No.
Hey, this was a
Anything,
lot of fun,
anybody?
guys. Thanks for having me on. I look
Oh,
Hey
forward
man,
to
it was
doing
a
again
pleasure.
soon.
I had a lot of fun again. I'm sure we'll have you on in the future. And
Yes, very nice. Let's you know what? Let's thank you, Big Ray Machine, for
gracing us with your presence.
exactly giving us the time. I know this is not short, or it's not something that we take lightly. We want to produce good content, and going from there, let all the Los members that are going to be watching this podcast know that we do this for free. We do this for y'all. The league and everything is we give it go ahead, how do we say it, Kryptonian? It's for the who?
The people.
The people. But yeah, this is week 2, episode 2 of the podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm your boy Reloy 5,
Yeah.
my boy Kryptonian, Dark Lord Bowser, the one and only.
I am losing my mind.
Some say one of the best captains ever in the Los Leagues, and then the Big Red Machine, probably the most decorated. We'll have to get that fact checked, because I know some people are gonna say that is not the case anymore. But you know what? He is an OG loaf, so we'll take it for
Put
that.
some respect on it.
Put some respect on it. I mean, that's pretty much all we have today.
Don't give us a
Hope to see y'all
countdown.
back. Well, you know what? Hold on. First, before that, I want to say, let everybody know that if you're interested in being on the podcast, like Big Red Machine as a guest, reach out to one of us, me, Kryptonian, or Bowser. Let us know that you're interested. We'll bring you in for the pre-planning to let you know what we're going to be doing. Let us know. Give us some advice of how you like it, how we can improve. We heard a couple of good things. Constructive criticism is, we take that very well. We're thick-skinned, so to speak. But other than that, let's get the countdown.
You got it, bro.
We'll let you get it this time, Bowser.
No, let's give it to the
Yeah, let's give it to
Who's in charge?
the guest. Go ahead.
Do you know how we
You guys want me to
ended
do
the
here,
first?
guys?
Do you know how we ended
I
the
didn't
first
see
show?
I did not see the very end.
So Leroy gives a countdown, and then we say how to loafs.
Oh, okay, got it.
Little
3,
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
I got my singing voice on. Go ahead.
Hit me with it, Leroy.
You're doing it. You do
Here's
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, you want me to do this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we
taking
want-
us out. You're taking us out.
All right, boys. 3, 2, 1.
Out of loves.
Loves.
Yeah,
Out of
gotta
loves.
steal. Yeah. Ha.
Did you play it?
Did it?
Where's
Did we?
where's the song?
Hey, where's our play
Come
at,
on, man. Damn.
Out of loves. Anyways, boys, looks like somebody was short on the soundboard there, but hey, we appreciate you listening to us, taking your time. Like
Not
I
a
said, reach out
soundboard.
to us.
We'll be better prepared next time.
Better prepared next time. Later, boys.
Later.